Page 343. This is a review worksheet for Unit 26. So we get to see if we actually understand the junk that's in Unit 26. Number 1, complete the 27571 chord progression for each major key in the chart. I guess the chart is those 3 column things they got over there. And they're giving you one of the chords in the progression. You get to figure out what the others are. Well, they got to be in that order. So if they're telling you up above, they're labeling 27571, but even if they didn't label it, you'd still know that's the progression it is. That's the order they're going to be in. So do the easy one first. I go for the easy first. Do the low-hanging fruit first, huh? And that's the second one listed. They have a B minor 7. Well, let's figure out what the chord is. A B minor 7 is here. A B major is here. A B minor 7 is here. And then you use the 7th chord with a minor 7th. That is a 2-7, which means the B minor chord is a 2 chord of what key? A. How do I know it's not here? How do I know that's not it? Because the difference between a 1 and a 2 chord is a whole step. I'm going to go down a whole step. So if this is my note, I'm going to go down a whole step. And so A is the key. Okay, that gives you the last column. The 1 chord is an A. The 5-7 of A then is this, and you do a 5-7. And that would be an E7 chord. So it's got an E chord with a 7th added. So the second column is an E7 and the last one is an A. Yeah, wonderful how that works. The last one, an F sharp minor 7th. What? Ugh. Figure out what F sharp minor is first. Well, F sharp major is here, so F sharp minor is here. And then you add the 7th. Minor 7th, that's a whole step below. However, it's the F you're interested in. That's the 2 chord of what? We'll go down a whole step. E. So 2 chord of E, we're in E major. So the 1 chord, the last column is an E, capital E, E major. And the 5-7 chord would be here, a B, major, and a minor. 5-7, which is a B7. You can't say B major 7th because that implies a major 7th interval. It's a jazzy interval. Just B7. It's understood. It's a minor 7th. A major triad and a minor 7th. Just do it. Now let's do the middle one where they're giving you the 1 chord. So E flat major. The 2 chord would be here, and E flat major, by the way, has 3 flats. You need to know that. You just learn the scales. But anyway, it's here. That's the 2 chord, and then I add the 7th to it, which is here. It's got to be a minor 7th. That's that jazz feel. That's major. It's got to be here. So it's an F minor 7. That's the 2 chord. And then the 5-7 chord of E flat major would be here. It's a B flat, and then you add the 7th. So it's a B flat 7. It's a B flat chord with a minor 7th. Okay, B flat 7. The minor 7th is implied. You don't have to say it. Then we do the 5-7 ones. Well, they're saying A7. How do I appear? Sounds better. An A7 chord is the 5 of what? Well, A is 5 of here. You're down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a D. So the key we're in is D major. So the last chord is a D major chord, a capital D. Well, that makes the 2 chord a whole step up. Stay within the key. 7, minor 7th. So that would be an E7. That would be the 2 chord. And then the other one is here is a 5/7 of something. That means a D is a 5 of something. That would be G. So G chord is the 1 chord. And then the 2 chord will go up a step in here. Remember, G has 1 sharp, so this is here, and a 7, so that is an A minor 7. The A minor refers to the triad because the minor 7th is always there. If you want a major 7th, you have to put a major in there. That's why this is so confusing. If I say A minor 7th, it's a minor triad with a minor 7th. If I say A major 7th, it's a major triad with a major 7th. I don't have an A minor with a major 7th. Yuck. Well, today anything goes, but normally that's how it is. Anyway, it's an A minor 7th for the 2 chord in G major. That's that one. Number 2. Draw a line to match each description in the left to the name on the right. Well, good luck. Natural minor scale with the 2nd tone lowered. If I have a natural minor scale, let's go to A minor, white keys, and I lower the 2nd tone. What is that? Well, it's obviously a mode of some sort. Which mode has a half step to begin with? And you're going to find that is the Phrygian mode. Natural minor, E minor is natural minor with an F sharp. But if I lower that to that, that's an E minor with a lowered hat. You'll get that. We get E, the Phrygian mode. Just take it with Phrygian and go with it. Major scale with a 4th tone raised. A major scale with a 4th tone raised here. Well, that would be like here. F major would have a B flat. I'd do that one. So that is a Lydian mode. Hopefully Lydian is in there somewhere. And then just a regular major scale is Ionian mode. Natural minor scale with the 6th tone raised. So the natural minor with 6th tone raised. Well, if I take a D minor, I have an F, a B flat. If I raise it up, that's the 6th tone, so it's a Dorian mode. Yeah. And then the natural minor scale is Aeolian mode, hopefully. And the major scale with the 7th tone raised, well, that would be like here, here. That's a major scale, and I lower the 7th tone, not raise it. I don't know which direction I'm going. Go down. And that's your Mixolydian mode. I haven't found a lot of use on these, but it's nice to know what they are in case you run across them or somebody talks about them, you're reading about them or whatever. However, if you're into composing, I encourage you to try composing in these things. Explore. Number 3, write the notes of each modal scale on the staff using whole tones. They want an A Lydian scale. Well, you're going to start with A. You know what a Lydian scale is. A Lydian, remember, is like an F here. Because a Lydian is, I go to C major and I think Lydian is built on the 4th step. So if I go C major and I go to the 4th step and I go here, but I play all white keys, stay in C major, I'm raising that 4th step up 1. So I'm going to start with an A major scale and I'm going to raise the 4th step up 1. I'm wrong, but that's how I do it. So it would be like an A major scale, but you got to add a D sharp in there. E flat Mixolydian, well, you start on an E flat. Mixolydian, remember, is the 5th step, based on the 5th step, and we lower the 7th here. We want all that. Because a G major would be here, we're lowering the 7th. So I'm simply going to start on E flat major. The 7th. So it would have a D. I'm adding a flat. It's got, instead of 3 flats, it's got 4. F Dorian. Dorian is built on the 2nd step. And I'm lowering here. I'm taking 2 sharps away. So I'm lowering the 3rd, lowering the 7th. So we go to the F here. Now you lower, what did I say? I lower the 3rd, which is here, and I lower the 7th. I'm adding 2 flats. So instead of one flat, it's got three. And then the Phrygian mode is the third mode. That's built on here, where I'm taking 4 sharps away. We're adding 4 flats. So here in C, if I start on C, I gotta add 4 flats. B is always the first, E is the second, A and D. Here. And that would be a C Phrygian mode. Like it or not, that's what it is. Okay. Identify each harmonic scale below by writing the name of the indicated lines with the correct fingering. Oh, good Lord, they want everything, don't they? Well, first, identify the scale. You're starting on an E. It's in a harmonic minor scale. Guess what it is? It's an E harmonic minor. Whoopie-doo. The second one, starting on an E flat, it's going to be an E flat harmonic minor. The third one is starting on a C sharp, down here, bass clef. Start on any C sharp, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a C sharp harmonic minor. And then the last one, starting on an F, well, it's going to be F minor. We'll do the harmonic. Well, that was hard. Then the fingering, well, you need to know the scales. If you don't know the scales, you go do that. You do the scales. Here, E minor, harmonic. Here. Learn scales. It's your assignment that's been there forever. You really need to know the scales. And the 1 chord arpeggio is 2. And that completes this unit. If you've survived it, congratulations.